You're
All
probably
right,
seeing
let's see
this.
if this will work.
See if this works. We are trying the makeshift multi-stream. So if that kind of IT back behind the scenes excites you, this will be the most exciting 30 seconds of your life.
Okay, now it popped up and said live with Rolling Squidward is now live. Link
Should
to
be good.
stream. Oh, okay. So then I can close this. I can hit close.
Probably.
Great. Perfect.
Yay, we did it. We did it, Reddit.
Let's see. Is it going to show that we're live? Let's see.
Check it out. While
It
you
shows
check it
my
out,
nightmare of. Yeah, I'm gonna go mute. You guys go ahead.
all right. David, I think you're on mute. I muted you while you were doing your ticking the talkins. We're all old men doing different phases of social media promotion. Hello, welcome back to the Cosmos. It's been a couple weeks. We're trying to get back on our regular schedule
It's
of
working.
the second and fourth Wednesday of the 12th month of the 13th year of the whatever our schedule is. It's usually 2 times a month, and we are back to talk some more Kickstarter. I know there's a lot of shows that talk about Kickstarters and show you Kickstarters. And,
Yeah.
we'll do some of that too. But we really wanted to go through the process of actually setting one up, talking through with our Kickstarter novice, Mr. David Whalen, who has not taken the plunge yet, and he wants to try this year. This is going to be the year he gets in on the crowdfunding extravaganza. But let's
Yeah, I
check
put
in.
out so
How's
many
everybody doing?
books, and I've never had to do it because I'm just a one man band. And then I was like, why the heck am I not doing it? More eyes is better than less eyes. So yeah, let's get this going. Super excited.
You're not doing it because you're better than us. Let's just be real
Oh
here.
wow. I'm not gonna say it out loud, Chad, but if you're gonna say it out loud,
It's on the
that's
record
fine.
now. It's not only on the record, but on 3 different recording devices right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's proof.
How's everybody doing today? I know I've been super sad but hopeful
Hey, Matt.
because I was listening to a lot of Neil Young songs today, and he makes me kind of sad, but in a good way.
No, yeah, we'll do that.
How are you, Chad?
I. How am I?
Hmm.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
I have been very busy with working on Rolling Squidbone stuff after now that I've been whatever. But I have been working on Rolling Squidbone stuff. I just made a little catalog. I am updating the website, and I just joined Comics.one with their print on demand service. And boy, would I have comments about that, but that's not what this show is about currently. So,
The airing of grievances will occur on another show.
yes.
Stay tuned.
Join me as to why these print on demand through Global Comics is stupid and they make no sense. Like, I mean, they're definitely within good faith and everything too. So I do understand that, but it's like, no, don't try to. Anyway, how are you, David?
I feel like $1,000,000, man. I'm be honest with you. We have kind of a bit of a snowstorm happening outside right now, so I'm hoping that we don't lose power. We probably won't. We're pretty good at it up here. But I'm pretty mad that we're gonna have to go on plow tomorrow. But other than that, doing good. Just got out issue 36 last week. Just started thumbnailing issue 37 today. Ready to go.
Woo!
Yeah, super exciting. Yeah, this is the end of my one of my big 3-parters that I started 2 issues ago, and it's I mean I'm reaching 50 issues here pretty quick. It's gonna happen.
You are an absolute lunatic. The fact that you have 50 issues out or almost 50 issues out, and you've never done a Kickstarter is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't
agree.
know if it's because you're a vanity person or what, but you're too good for it. You make way too much money, and you're just like, you know what? This isn't my forte. All you poor peasants have to rely on crowdfunding, and I rake in the dollars.
Yeah. When you hear that I quit my job, then you'll be like, oh, he is raking in the dollars.
He is right. All your Netflix money.
Yeah. All
Netflix.
Netflix money.
But anyway, yeah. So, John, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Like I said, I was a little down listening to some sad music today, but
Just
feeling
for no
hopeful.
reason, you felt melancholy.
Oh, just a stressful day, work and children's, and I messed up some mailing of something, and that's going to cost me some money. I hate when that happens.
No.
Oh no. So what you're saying is that you don't have millions of dollars yet.
No, I have singles of dollars, and I just wasted a bunch of them today.
But I like
Oh,
the
well.
yet. It implies that one day you will have.
Not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, when I take a big life insurance policy out of myself.
No, post the
Nice.
link in the comments, my dude.
Yeah, post the link. Let's see what you got. YouTube
Night
watchers, if you're watching this
Slayers.
afterwards, leave us a comment. Leave your Kickstarter post in the comments. Tell us what number you're on, where you're at in your journey. I'm always interested to hear kind of where people are at. When you're the old guy on the scene, you tend to forget there's still people at different phases.
I realized that I have my mouse showing up on my.
Yeah, I do too.
Huh.
I don't know how to get it to go away.
Oh,
So I
capture
say,
cursor. There we go. Okay.
Forget about it. That's what
There
I
you
say.
go. So-
Forget about it. Hey.
Everybody's like, why the hell does that? You gotta click on the desktop browser thing in OBS and click the uncheck capture cursor.
I will do that.
Yeah,
There you go.
it'll do it. So I just did that, and now it's not as annoying. So anyway, so David, you are looking forward to your upcoming Kickstarter, and luckily I have one to show you.
Nice. Let's see it.
And it's honestly, it's probably the best one. Don't listen to anybody else. Just listen to me.
The only one.
Period. The only one. It's the only one active. It's the only one live now. There's hundreds and hundreds of comic books, so mine's the only one active right now. So let's go ahead and take a look. Do you want me to just bring mine up, and then you can ask me questions about? Have you taken a look at my Kickstarter yet?
I have, and John and I were actually talking about it before you got on. Mostly negative stuff.
That's
But
not
a couple
surprising.
positive things. Yeah, show us that beautiful bean footage. Let's see it.
All right. You know what? I get the reference to that too. The
Nice.
bushes thing. Yeah, I do get that. All right. Share screen. So currently, right now, mine set the hook issue. Oh wait, there you go. Add to stage. Set the hook. Don't ignore this white wolf by Carl Bourne. I've already responded to it. I already got it. That's just an hiatus. So fun fact, everybody who decides to run a Kickstarter for somebody else and changes the location for that particular Kickstarter will automatically change the location of you in general. So any Kickstarter that you back will automatically say you are in that location and you can't change it. So once you go and fill out these things, so right now Carl says that I'm in Italy and I am not. And yeah, and I did that for a couple of people. So just rule of thumb, if anybody decides to. Hello,
That is
Phoenix
interesting to know.
3D Printing.
Well, here's a question for you. Yeah, well, actually, John and I were talking. I'm right in the middle. I've got it up right here on my computer. I'm just kind of like, you'll see me every once in a while kind of typing and like flicking over there a little bit. But
Sure.
when it says project location, I usually, when they ask for things like that, because I'm in a very rural area, I'll usually put like Utica or Syracuse or something like that. How
Sure.
like pinpoint do you have to be
You don't.
on
You
your...
could say you're in Butttown, USA. They don't really care.
Gotcha.
It might get you some people like, hey, it's a hometown guy. I always put Chicago, even though I am suburbanite. I'm 45 minutes away from the city, so
And I'm an hour away from Detroit, so
it's just easier.
you know, it's just easier, and that way people aren't like, "Where's that?" And I'm like, "Guess what? I'm not anywhere." It's easier that way people. But anyways,
And
where's that?
to like give it your exact location. Do people see that on like when they're looking at it? I'm looking at it right here. I'm trying to see if I can see your exact.
Right underneath its picture.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which the real reason that that's helpful is they want to know what country it's in if they want to decide to ship it internationally or something like that. So that's what's most important, I think. But yeah, some people might want to support a hometown person. I've done it before. Hey, this guy's from Chicago. I'll drop him a couple bucks.
Yeah, I've done that too. So it's always been fun. So, but yeah, so when you're looking at it, first off, I wanted to know, did you have any questions? What did you think of the Kickstarter? Because I know you guys were gushing over it when you saw it. So, what do you guys think of mine before we go
Yeah,
into?
I thought it represented your work really, really well. I thought it had great visuals to it. The question I was asking John before this was, I noticed on each of your tiers you had images that had like tier one, and then it had like what it was,
Like these?
and that's something you had. You had to create like a JPEG of that, and then you plopped it in with your tiers, right?
Yes. Yep. So anything with these here, when you have your tier 1, tier 2, any of these,
Mhm.
you have the option to add a little picture, and it definitely helps. These are the 2 secret tiers, so
Ooh, you're
Oh, nice.
you get,
getting secrets.
yeah, there's
Nice.
you get 2 other additional covers because I got like 9 of them.
But scroll down a little
Okay,
bit, Chad.
so-
Did you mean like the pictures on each reward, or like
Yeah,
in the
scroll
body?
down a little bit more. Let me see if I can see what I was looking at and what I saw.
Are you looking at these here, or are you looking at over here?
I think I was looking at the bigger ones there, where it says the story.
Yeah.
There was
Oh,
something
okay.
else that I saw. Pages look great. Yeah,
this?
this kind of stuff. You made these yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I made all these. So each tier that I had, I decide to make it. I tell people what's included. Any of these get the cover gallery.
Yeah, and you're
Any of my-
a visual digital graphics guy. So,
Yeah.
for me, I always make the mistake like Chad's got it real nice here where it big, easy to read letters, tells you what it is. Then he puts it also in the reward in case, it's just better to have that visual cue. I don't honestly do that enough, to be honest with you. I will say, it's better
I'm
this
always
way,
happy to
right?
help.
The graphics that just kind of read, you don't have to type any text in Kickstarter. He can then use that graphic to put online and say, "Hey, did you see we have this reward?" So make
Yeah.
graphics that you can use in multiple places. And
Yeah.
for anyone who's new to the Kickstarter scene, when you go to load the ones in your rewards, it will fail you multiple times. No one knows why. No one at Kickstarter knows why. None of us who've ever set up. Out of nowhere, you'll try to load a JPEG and it'll be like, not the right format. And just walk away,
Hey,
come
Hayden.
back in a day, and all of a sudden it'll work. We don't know why it does that. But
Yeah,
just a heads up
I
for you.
don't.
If you're very frustrated with it, understand that it's something with Kickstarter. But no, that's just kind of a funny aside about Kickstarter lore for some reason. Just the reward section.
What you're seeing with these images that you created is the exact same thing that you're showing here on the right hand side, just
Correct.
bigger and fancier.
Yeah,
Yes.
and maybe slightly augmented, like he doesn't have the text, I think, on a lot of them. So that's
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like these are just more of like a visual cue, so that way people don't get confused.
cool. Go to the
But
Chad. Go to the actual rewards column. Like go up to the top and click on it. In the middle. Yeah. Let's see if it.
While you're
It
doing
does-
that, I want to say
Yeah.
hi to Hayden. Hayden's my boy from TikTok.
So,
He's an up and coming artist. He does a great job. Nicest guy in the world. Hi Hayden, how you doing? Thanks for popping on.
that just
Hey,
sounds like
Hayden.
somebody who's like this guy's actually really mean, but I'm gonna say he's the nicest guy in the world.
He's a bit of a jerk.
Stay
Yeah,
off his
I
bad side.
figured. Yeah, let's be real here.
he's not.
Anyway, what's up?
So now you can see like the reward section on its own, right? It blows it up a little bit bigger. So again, good to have big, easy to see visual things here. Chad's got one on pretty much every add-on, every reward. It lists all the rewards so you can jump to them real quick. All that is very good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I try to. There's only like 1 or 2 tiers that are not on the front page. That I have. Like one of them is the D&D with Mike Towson. I don't have that on the front page just because this one is a little bit more like niche. So if anybody wants to go look for it, like DM Ray or Dash Hooper also they're 2 of the people who usually back this one, or any creator that wants to play D&D with me. So it's more of a creator exclusive thing. Doesn't mean that you can't be. Like if you want to play D&D with me and Mike Towson, that's fine. Like if you're not a creator, that's fine. But there are a couple that I don't. There is like I think it's just that one that I have. Oh yeah, and then I did bring back the book plate and the bookmark bundle as well. So I still have that 10 left. So I did create this one. What's really nice is that you can create tiers in the middle of the campaign. So if you are one, you're like, hey, we're going to do a tier drop or anything like that, you could just go in and easily make them. And then over here you have your add-ons as well. Mainly the best sellers are the trade paperbacks that I have for the other Rolling Squid Bones stuff.
Yeah, and
so
keep
that's
in
really
mind
nice.
rewards. It's kind of you're getting something in the tier to start, right? This is your base tier.
Yeah.
I want all 4 copies of all 4 issues of Set the Hook. Then there's going to be that section with the add-ons.
Yeah.
everybody has a different philosophy about it. I think whatever you have, you should list. I list all or most of the old books that I've done. That those people usually add those on, stickers, buttons. I try to make the add-ons. Yeah, again, it's just a la carte. They can do whatever they want. But again, you'll find out. Chad has probably 15 tiers. He's got 15 add-ons. That's pretty good. I think you go beyond that, and sometimes I'll even pull back, or I'll group some together and just say, "Do you want all the stickers at once?" Because now I have 25 add-ons because I've been doing it so long that people's eyes tend to glaze over. I think by the time they get to scroll through it all, so it's a balancing act. I think the best thing is to have items at all or most price points. $1 or $2, $5, $10, $15, $20.
Poke the little subscribe button on our YouTube channel.
On YouTube you can just hit subscribe, right below the window where we're talking here. On if anybody's on Substack and doesn't know, if you found this somehow, same way.
Also, too, one of the things that I do want to point out that I've actually been told from the Wheel of Matt Campbell's thing, the Wheel of Indie Comics,
Destiny,
where they spin the wheel. Yeah, Wheel of Destiny. I was on that, and he said that my campaigns, as you said, the Hook issue 2 was incredibly clean and straightforward. Like, what you see is what you get. And that's one of the things that I try to strive for, is that, like, simplicity is key. I've seen a lot of Kickstarters where I'm scrolling. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. They have so many different tiers and prizes and games, and they're like, sacrifice your firstborn to get a backpack, and it's like, oh my god. But mine with these pictures is, it's like all 4 issues, 1 book, 86 pages, story, physical edition, done. Like, then you're good. I have it right in here in your rewards, right here, digital, your digital, the deluxe, which if you ever want to learn about that, we can. Single issues and all that, and then they're all in here and over here with a little visual sticker. And they're not the greatest looking, they're not as fancy as this, but it's more of like a visual cue to keep track of what you're looking at, because people are going to be like, well, I don't know what this is. Well, it's right here.
And as far as like the page, like how he's got his reward tiers grouped together here, each one's uniform, looks the same, looks nice. You design that, you lay out the pictures on there, you just load up the pictures back to back to back. You can put headline titles, to break them up so people can kind of zoom to it. But sometimes you won't, like, I won't usually put like the basics on there because they know it's a comic, they can get the comic here, but I'm going to put stuff like he's got there. Oh, there's a big huge picture of all the covers you can get. There's the 2 issues together you can get in this, all that stuff. I think it's better.
You guys have said in the past that this is pretty user friendly. Like, you have a lot of images here for like your tiers and all that. Going into, you can easily, like, if you're a week into it and you realize, oh, I want to change this image, you can take that one out and put a new one in fairly easily. It's pretty user friendly.
Anytime.
Actually,
or you can, like, some people will put up a graphic that says this one's sold out or something like that. I will say it is user friendly. It's not customizable. You can't change the size of a picture within it. It's not like other platforms where you can do that. It's kind of uniform, which is good. It makes it simple, but sometimes I wish.
Whenever you download something, do you want it to be a specific pixel size? Like I said, the specific size that fits in, because I was actually just trying to put in one of my images for Lane Lightspeed on it, and it was just a probably 8.5 by 11 that I'd created. That was just a poster for, just a promo for it, and it cut off the top and the bottom.
It shouldn't be cutting. Oh, it will if you put it for the reward. In the reward, it can only be 16 by 9. It can only be like a screen of a computer.
It wasn't for the reward. Let's see. So it says this was for upload an image for the project image.
Yeah, and the same. That has to be a computer screen size.
So the project image, that's here. So this is just going to be a standard 16 to 9 ratio, or
it has to be
1024 by 576.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that's just going to be your little banner.
Yep.
So
unfortunately for comics, I know you can't just upload an image and it resizes it down or something.
Yeah.
You can't, like, I wish you could at least like capture the part of the image you want or something like that, like on Facebook, but no, you can't. But in the body of the story, you can put the full covers in there and all that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
But the story itself, though, is here. So this is where you put all the images. And it's pretty user friendly. Like, this little button down here is how you just make like a space.
Yeah.
And then you press the little plus, and then you can add whatever you want. And you can also insert media as well. I'll tell you right now, this thing is, don't even worry about it.
It's a little behind the times.
It's a little behind the times. I was able
but
to
you can load
implement...
GIFs in there. A lot of people like to do the GIFs where it'll show the 4 cycling covers or something. If you don't want to put them all. That's cool. But
yeah.
And then you can also do a video as well. So I was actually able to figure it out.
Okay.
But other than that, it's pretty user friendly. It will. So one of the things I will mention though, and I didn't realize this until I started this campaign, if you have anything bigger, it will squish it to about a standard comic book size. So it will crunch it. It won't lose the quality, which is nice, but it will make it a little bit more like uniform automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got its dimensions, size. You can't go past the width or anything like that. Like I said, that part is pretty uniform.
Oh, well, thank you. Have fun with your life.
All right.
And I'm glad we're
Thanks,
informal.
Talk to you soon, bud.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like Chad's got it, you want your covers, you want some reward images, you want a couple pages example at least. Some people, like I've done with longer projects, and just put a link to preview pages. You don't always want to have them leaving the page, so kind of I think it's better just at least put 2 or 3 sample pages on there. But and you've been poking around, David, with like the rewards, how you set them up. Unfortunately, you can't like group them as far as like shipping, which I wish they did. Each reward is kind of its own separate entity. So you just kind of got to walk through the steps with each reward.
Well, not each reward, each add-on.
And each reward.
Oh, well, no, because if you duplicate it,
you can't. You're right. That's true. Reward. You can duplicate, but it's still, they're all treated as. It's not like I can go, all of these are single issues, charge them the right shipping, So unfortunately, but yes, you can duplicate tiers and then kind of start from there and work from there if you've got some that are very similar.
No.
You have to see how he's got the individual items listed there. You have to individually list everything that's in the tier.
Yeah, this is each individual item that I've made. You have to go to new item, make the item, go to the tier.
Yeah, go to reward tiers, show them that.
Yeah.
And then these are the reward tiers.
Yeah, and you can add the items there's part of in the reward tier. You can kind of add them as you go to. Once you get into them, then you can start importing them from previous campaigns, which is a very nice addition that they've just added in like the last year.
Incredibly helpful.
So like set the hook, the next one, he'll be able to plop the other issues right in there, and that's super nice. Not the images, but at least you get something.
Yes, and the other thing too is now you know why, John, I will have errors in here, like the description and everything, because I do duplicate and then I forget about the stupid description.
Yep, I do all the time.
Because it's like the most, I feel like the description, because you already have the item here and you already have what's listed, like the description's kind of a little redundant.
Yeah.
And it also cuts itself off, which is really irritating.
It's not very, that part's very old.
Yes. But yeah, building the Kickstarter, and unfortunately my little thing is being stubborn. Did you know that when you click it, it opens up a new... Hang on, can I go do this? Is there anything else you wanted to see, Dave?
I think I like I said, I'm trying not to overload myself here, but I think I'm like, when I started kind of building mine here a little bit, and I'm on the first page, like I haven't even gotten to the description part yet. I'm just like looking at it and kind of like soaking it all in. But I think that one thing I love to talk with about a half an hour left here, I love to be able to talk about like what my tiers could be, like how the amount of tiers, what should be in the tiers. And like I said before, we've talked about this multiple times. Like we were talking about keeping it simple. I definitely want to keep it simple to where, for especially this first one, I don't have like t-shirts and buttons and hats and socks, and I don't have any of that stuff. But what I do have is a boatload of comics that could be giveaways as digital, right? Digital, we talked about like digital prints of stuff that could be used as like phone screens and things like that, digital screens for your phone, stuff like that. And the ability to be able to give original artwork to somebody who who maybe that could be like one of the higher tiers, because that could be pretty daunting. But I love how you guys were talking about last time, how you can set like the number of people that actually do that you can actually have that amount. Because if you have 200 people that ask for that, that's
I mean, it could be a good problem to have, but I don't know. That's
right.
a bit
So,
much.
one of the things that I usually have, like right now, my biggest cover is like the 13 of the standard cover.
Mm-hmm.
You are right. Like you can set like the Mike Towson one. I have 6 total. And then just to kind of, toot my horn. By the way, there's only 100 of these slippery tentacle ones. 2 people backed it. I know what you want, you degenerates. Anyway, but then you also have like you can get 4 out of 5 of all of the tiers.
Okay.
So this is where you can do one which is like your big tier. And then I also have the original artwork. So if anybody wants this, you're more than welcome to it.
Nice.
Just saying, you can get these. You can get
I could do like some of it could be like prints of, and I wouldn't give. I don't think I want to give original artwork, but I could do like shrink down prints to like 8.5 by 11. To be able to have those and maybe sign them or whatever. So they'll be worth less after I sign them. But those kind of things, like how many tiers altogether do you have, Chad?
About 15.
Yeah, I think he's at about 15. That's pretty normal. I try not to go too much above that again because it just becomes overwhelming to scroll.
Sure.
It really just depends on, sometimes you try it out. You do 20 tiers and you only get 4 of them that get backed, and you realize, okay, maybe my audience wants it a little simpler.
Well, 16, but
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't count the 2 secret tiers, 14.
Sure.
Yeah, so, and that's something to keep into account too. The one of tiers, those are like niche things that you might get, the 1 or 2 backers of. I wouldn't necessarily count those. I would have 10 core tiers and then some fun ones or some, hey, if somebody backs this, cool.
Okay.
But again, you've got the right idea. But every campaign has to have a digital tier, a basic book tier, a little bit of an upgrade tier, and then 2 or 3 higher end tiers. Like Chad said, usually I do. You get everything that's in this campaign. Somebody will be like, yeah, just give me that for $100. Let people. People usually come with like a dollar amount in mind that they want to spend. Some backers. And, have a spot at 10, 25, 50, 75, 100 to give them. Beyond that, you've seen people do, crazy tiers like original art for $400. Chad's got the cover here. Of course.
I have the two Jason Doobie $200 tiers.
Doobie. Yeah. Again, throw those up there for sure. But those aren't required, right? You want your 10, 25, 50, 75, 100-ish about.
And
again, your good thing like Chad's here is just much different. It's going to be different for you because you've got a solid $20, $25 tier right off the bat, and that's the base book, and that's why trade paperback Kickstarters do so well, because people know okay, this is what the price of a trade paperback is. I'm going to come there to get the main cover, and you're going to get your most backers in that and the digital tier.
And one of the ones that usually tends to do really well, besides the digital trade paperback, is the digital deluxe. And this is one of the ones that I've kind of realized that is really valuable because you get the digital PDF trade paperback or the single issues. You get, like I have here, 3 musical tracks that you get from CJ Grimm. 2 are from CJ Grimm, one's from Gabriella Jordan, who did the trailer music for this one. And then all the scripts, the RSB comic bundle, a coloring page, and then a phone wallpaper.
Okay.
And then some of this
deluxe
stuff,
edition, people love that stuff. It's they feel like they're getting extra, but they're also supporting the campaign. And and again, that depends on where your book is. Again, you've got a full size trade paperback, so $15 to $20 for that is awesome. If it's a single issue, I might do it for $2 more, but again, it adds to the overall average backer amount. All that helps.
Yep. And
again,
the other thing,
some people, if they don't have something to give, they'll get books from other people. They'll contact people like Chad and I. Well, maybe not Chad, and they'll say, "Hey, you got any books to throw in for $1 or $2?" And then we'll trade stuff across campaigns.
I don't think
so
people
it's in here like trying to soak all this in. This is the first 5 tiers I've got. You tell me what you think. Two of the 5 tiers are the same price. I'm thinking like if I had two the same price but offer two different things, and then the next tier is all those things together at a higher price, maybe that'll kind of like reel people in.
Yep.
So tier one is Late and Lightspeed, a digital copy of Late and Lightspeed, $10.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Number two, Late and Lightspeed, a digital copy and a print copy, $25.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Am I shortchanging myself, or does that sound like a normal? Okay.
I think that's okay. I mean, yours is almost 140 pages. You could probably push it to 30 just because you do want to count in 9% Kickstarter fees. You know, if you want to report it, you're supposed to pay the tax man. I think people understand there's a little bit bonus. And then again, they might get some cool digital and physical rewards to go with it for backing it. So 25 is a really good number, though, especially since once they, you know, you add $6 or $7 for shipping, now you're up over 30. So I mean, if you feel like
25.
that's a good price, I think 25 is great.
25. Okay. So then tier 3 is the digital and print copies of Late and Lightspeed, and then 2 digital 24-page one-shots, one Sock Hop Killer and I Won't Stop in digital for $40.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Then the next one is the same price, $40, but the 2 digital books are Will Aliens Do My Homework and Shady Lady. So they're getting the same price, but 2 different books from it.
Keep in mind, though, it
Go ahead.
just and this is just my opinion on that.
No.
Just pay attention when you get like the Excel spreadsheet and everything. Just pay attention to who gets what.
Yeah,
Because
Walk
otherwise,
walk you through that when at the end.
Yeah, when we get to that. But yeah.
Kickstarter, if you're Excel familiar, it does a pretty good job. You can export, and you can go in behind the scenes and say, okay, which 6 guys had this one, which 6 gals had this one, you know.
Yeah. And I also have to I have that as well. Like you can get the Set the Hook main cover and the Gerald Von Stoddard trade paperback cover for $60. So I do have that as well, where you can kind of mix and match. I didn't do it for the Slippery Tentacle one because I know what you guys want. But I know you degenerates want.
Especially when you start getting into variant covers, then you have, you know, cover A, cover B, cover C, and then cover A, B, and C. That's an easy tier. But you've got the right idea.
Also, I will tell you right now, when you do variant covers, doing variant cover A, B, and C and labeling them as such, don't do that. Label them with the actual creator, the artist and everything. It makes it way easier on the Excel spreadsheet. For you. And when you're looking at, you don't have to go, okay, which one was fucking cover B? Because we know what cover A is. Cover A is the main cover, but
right.
Anyway, continue, David.
Good tip.
Probably not gonna do any like extra or different covers or anything like that. Again, trying to keep it like so I can keep it in my brain. You're absolutely right that like once it starts like coming in, I'm like, oh, dang, this is a lot to keep track of. So just keeping that. So my 5th tier was the Late and Lightspeed digital and print, but then all 5 digital one-shots that I have for $60.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing all of them? Okay, so are you doing all the digital and then you're doing all the one-shots as one trade?
I could do that, but I really so the like I said, 3 and the trade tier 3 and 4 are just the 2 digital copies. My hope would be that they would just give me their email address and I'll just send it to them.
Yeah, that's how you'll do it with Kickstarter. We'll
get
their address, or you can message them through the Kickstarter
with all 5. Just send it in two emails. Here's all 5 of those things. I've got it all set up on my phone. I can just blah blah blah. Here they are. Take them.
Or you can message them through Kickstarter. That's what I do, so I can see if I actually delivered it. There's a little message attached to each backer, and it's pretty easy.
Actually, funny thing is that I did do that once, where people backed the digital tier of like my first campaign, but then they also backed like the same amount but as a no reward tier. So for the sake of, I just sent them the digital copy of
I do that all the time too.
Book.
It's like, come on, you don't want anything from me? That's insulting.
Like if you're doing $40
you're getting these books whether you want them
for like if you're doing $40 for the digital, like 2 digitals, and then you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna send all of them to them digitally, I don't think anybody's ever going to complain, like, because they all paid the same amount.
It might come back for something else.
Yeah.
I might, just as a tip, I might do that super jumbo tier. I might price it aggressively at $50, and then people are saying, oh, you know, I'm going to go up to $10 from 40 because why not? I'll just get everything. Just an idea. And that's kind of, you can make that your featured tier or whatever.
Usually I do it in like $5 to $10
Yeah.
is usually I feel like is a pretty reasonable when you're increasing your price.
Yeah. Well, I think if I'm
So-
going from 2 books at $40 and then 5 books, including Late Light, both Late and Lightspeed books, for $60, I think that seems pretty reasonable.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is where I don't want to like give away the story. You know what I mean? Like once I get to like tiers like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, like in my brain, I'm like, oh, I've still got another graphic novel. I've got 4-issue miniseries. I got the Offspring, but I kind of want to keep all those like separate for future things that I'm doing.
I think that's
Absolutely.
smart. I think a lot of
Absolutely.
people, even I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I'll get our whole digital library for $35, and that's good, but that might take a backer away from a later campaign, or it can happen. So be smart about it.
Yeah, keep stuff in your back pocket. Like, hey, guess what? The next campaign you backed Sock Hop Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Now for this campaign, you can get whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're gonna do, like the Offspring digital #1 with it.
Yeah.
So then that just gives people an incentive to come back because they're like, oh, more of your library. You don't want to give everything in the very first.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's
a
similar.
good point, because I could do Offspring #1, but then still do a Kickstarter on the first 4 issues of the Offspring.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's actually a great idea if you're going to do that. Maybe as a stretch goal or something that might entice people for the next one. If you get to a certain dollar amount. That's also goes aligned with what I was saying about if you're going to get peer books to kind of throw in for rewards. I've seen people give away 20 for everyone who backs $1, which is nice. But most people, it just kind of sits in a digital file. Why be reasonable about it. Give 5 this campaign, 5 next campaign, 5 that. You know what I mean? Sometimes people give too much value, and then it kind of undervalues everything that you're trying to get them to read.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Trying to, as I get to it, I'm trying to again make sure that as I'm doing this, I'm not, setting myself up for 1,000 paper cuts trying to get all this out to everybody. But again, I'm trying to work
Kickstarter
smart,
makes
not
it
hard
really
here.
easy, especially the digital tiers. You can just click a button, message all the backers who backed it. That behind the scenes will go through, and it's easier than you think. But the shipping, that does become a challenge. So you also don't want to you don't want to have 20 different items at 13 different weights either. So you want to kind of have an idea, especially if you have one already, of the trade. How much it's going to cost. And
I keep forgetting that the cost is set up in the money that the tiers are. So if I reach my goal of $1,000, that $1,000 is going to go to buying the books that I need to be able to get out to me. That's a little mental link, a mental block that I'm having in my brain. That's the whole point of what I'm doing, to be able to get those books to the people, to be able to have whatever, and still hopefully have a little bit left over to maybe grow some of those tiers and some of those things that I want to add to, like buttons or shirts or whatever it is.
Keep all that into account too. That's huge, because again, the goal includes shipping. It's not separate. Okay, so if you get 7 international backers at $25 each to ship, you're throwing off the math a little bit. If you get a high amount, but it's always the same 9% fees, you have to take that into account too. So when you set your goal, all that comes into account. So if you, like I'm saying, if you got a quote and it says $999 for books, and you're like, oh great, I passed 1,000. Well, there's always some accounting to do on the back end. So we
talked about that a little bit, and I remember you saying something. I was like, oh, okay. I felt a little like less pressure about it. The taxes and fees and shipping, all that kind of stuff. There's a section where you can like add that into. So if they paid, if they do the first tier at $10, well, I guess there would be shipping on that one. If they did a second tier at $25, then I can put in $25 plus the whatever it is. So it'd be like $30 or whatever, $31.99 or whatever it'd be for the shipping of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Shipping separate. Absolutely. The tax and all that fees, you got to bake that into your price. So you got to have an idea.
Okay.
If it's 8% tax in your state, you want to add $1 to each tier. You want to add, another $1 for the fee. That's up to you. I kind of, again, just, it's part of the price. It's part of the exchange. So I don't go too much above, but I will, especially those higher tiers, because, you're charging $100, but $9 is going to Kickstarter and $18 is going to shipping, so you want to keep that into account.
Also, I will say, just in a general comment on it as well, don't expect international backers. I mean, don't expect. I mean, yeah, like one or two, absolutely, but like 30, 40, or like
Yeah.
a ton. Like
Yeah.
I just got recently like my first Canadian one.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like,
Oh,
oh, they're from Canada.
Canada.
That's cool. Yeah, so I mean,
We
maybe they're
usually
like,
get about 10. We've got
Mhm.
for some reason people around the world love heavy metal, so we get that a lot. But
I mean,
but we've also
Sweden-
been doing it a while, and some
Yeah.
campaigns we get 2 or 3. You always get a few that
Yeah.
are just
Yeah.
wonderful. Like people did the Argyle comic, they paid like $18 for it to be shipped. I'm like, why
Mm.
would you do that?
right. So I mean, some people
But
too.
bless
Like,
their hearts.
I have had one, now that I'm thinking about it, on my previous campaign. They had me ship it to a PO box in the United States.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've had people
and
do
then
that
they
too,
were
which is
just coming
super
over
nice.
it,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
like I'm like, oh good, thank God. But then you like because they're like, oh well, I can do that now, and they can pay for that shipping and they don't have to do it. It's really nice.
Okay.
Also too,
Please.
oh
Yeah.
go on.
Well, you said something kind of confusing. So if I like say tier 2 at $25, that $25 should include the shipping. Like I don't want to like add like when they click that button that say yes, buy this for $25. Is it $25 and then plus they add on the shipping and stuff?
You have to. There's a way you can charge after campaign. Some people do it all in their thing because they're saying any international backers they'll figure it out after. So they do all their U.S. shipping. I like that because I like, it's cool. You click on it. Oh, but I think sometimes people see the bigger number and then they're shied away from even clicking is what I feel like. I think it kind of hurts you because you're like $18 for a book and they don't realize, even though you put it 57 times in the campaign, free ship, free U.S. shipping or U.S. shipping included. So yeah, do that because then you have to break it down. Like I do, there's a fee for Canada, there's a fee for the rest of the world, and there's a fee for the U.S.
Yeah.
And we'll break all that down once you get to that point.
Yeah. Sounds great.
It's not as frustrating. It's not as frustrating for you, but for the backer, it's like if people don't know, they'll be like, "Oh my god, $18 and I'm shipping to, Uganda." And I'm like, "Well,
That's why I really like the digital aspect of it because it's just like here. Take it.
Oh god, yeah, 100%.
Take it and enjoy it. Give me your $10 and take it and enjoy it.
None of us could survive without the digital backers that thankfully
I agree.
people just like to support. They're like, yes,
yeah.
I'm like, here you go. Like, just email it. Takes me 2 seconds, so then we're good.
And don't be wrong. I don't care if I get 100 people to back at $10 to make it. You know what I mean? Is my math right there? But to be able to like, just 100 people get the $10 thing, that doesn't bother me because I'm happy to just boom it out there. And if nobody does the $100 tier, that doesn't bother me as long as I make the price. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Oh yeah, my favorite thing about my $100, my $200 to $400 tiers is I don't actually have the physical thing. Like I just contact the artist and they take care of it, so it's like not even on me.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, cool. You guys can take care of it.
You think that's nice until your wonderful artist sends it without tracking and it gets lost in the mail and you got to refund them. I've had that happen before too. Sometimes it's better to have control.
The other type of people that I've done that with, I made sure that they've gotten they give me tracking. I'm like, even if I have to pay the little bit, the difference of, I'll be like, no, you're getting tracking on this. Like, I don't care. I'll give you $5 extra.
Yeah.
Which is great because if that $400 tier doesn't go, I get that. So I'm very happy about that.
So let me talk about this, and I'm way ahead of myself here.
Yeah,
but actually mailing out the physical books, usually when I mail out a physical book, it's not too many. Most people get the digital, or they buy it off of Amazon, or they, see me at a con and they have it right there, and it's just here it is, take it. But mailing books out, what I usually do is that the post office has those little like priority things, and I think it's like $4 to make, whatever you can stuff in there is $4 and it just goes. I think they probably raised the price at this point.
I was gonna say, when's the last time you shipped it?
Yeah,
it's been $4 since 1995.
No, yeah, okay, well, yeah, it's not very expensive here because I can never I manage it like in my brain at my reaction to the price. So I remember the last time I did it, which wasn't that long ago, 4 or 5 months ago. My reaction to the price was, oh, okay, instead of what. So that's how I know in my brain it's not like super crazy.
You sound like me how I do
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
do that with coffee too, where I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, $1, great. $3,
Okay.
what? Like,
Now,
then
what's funny, I was just talking to somebody today about like Fritos, not Fritos. What's the Cheetos? The little orange, disgusting things that they taste so good though. I refuse to buy a bag of Cheetos because they're $5. I will not
Oh,
buy
yeah.
a bag of
The
Cheetos for
crunch
$5.
ones? Oh, yeah.
Get out of here! Get out.
Okay.
So that's
Get
how
outta
I'm
here.
like I know how much it is, or that that's a relatively like common sense price by my reaction to the
Right.
thing. I might not remember exactly what the price was. I'm like, nope, I remember I'm not buying that.
Yep.
So my question is, I guess, when you do it, I've had come to work for companies that had like they had bought the stamp, the stamp machine and done all of that. And I'm way ahead of myself, of course. But is that how do you guys go through sending it off as cheap as you possibly can?
We'll get into that, but we will introduce you to Pirate Ship.
Okay.
Pirate Ship is a free program that you can use that gives you discount shipping. It organizes it, tracks your tracking numbers. It's the best thing in the world. And I also have a label printer, so just easily click.
Yeah.
You can drop all that. You can drop the Excel sheet in there if you have a bunch of them that weigh the same amount. It spits them all out. It's amazing. But that's how I do it.
I do it the same way. So and then it also comes with a nice little barcode where it's all in that one. So you just hand it to the UPS people or the UPS people or the USPS or whoever you're sending it through. They scan it so they don't have to do it individually, and they will love you for that.
Nice.
Yeah, you can even drop them in boxes. Comics. I have an oversized mailbox in my house because I knew I was going to be shipping a lot, so I can just put them in the mailbox. The mail person will take it.
Okay.
Yeah, be easy on yourself. You can
Yeah.
also there's all kinds of debate about this, but comics, especially comics without advertisements outside of the book itself, qualify for media mail. So that's the cheapest way to ship them, but media mail does not come insured, so some people prefer to do Ground Advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I do Ground Advantage. They don't check.
Okay.
Off the record, allegedly they do not check.
Okay.
So
I have been checked less than 5 times in 15 years, and they've sent me a bill saying it wasn't media mail. You're a liar. And I said, yes, it was. It's a comic book. They qualify. And I pay my extra $3 and move on with my life.
Yeah,
nice.
It's the mailing. It's a nightmare, but at the same exact time, though, it's not that bad as long as you're prepared, or at least you know what you're getting into.
Sure.
So it's like whatever.
Okay. Yep. All right. Yeah. Just all this and like I said, starting to plot stuff in slowly but surely. I'm gonna really have to think about these last 4 tiers because I really want to make sure that I'm doing something that makes sense, that's fun for the reader, that entices the reader, but doesn't make me pull my hair out as I'm trying to get it out to people. Right. So again, trying to work smart, not hard.
I mean, you could do like a metal bookmark or anything like that.
Yeah, be reasonable with your shipping date too, because you don't feel like, okay, the campaign ended tomorrow, I have to get it out in 24 hours.
Yeah,
I usually do like 6 months, but I'm also to the point as well with my campaigns. Like people know I will get it out sooner than that. It's just more of like a safety
under
net.
promise, over deliver.
Yeah, exactly. Type deal.
Is that something you have to set? You have to have like something in the Kickstarter that says, at the end of the Kickstarter, it will be printed. It'll be sent within 6 months of.
It's here.
Yeah.
And there's also some secret stuff we can talk about off as well, but secret stuff, yeah. They are bad habits that you should not fall into, but they are habits that you can be aware of.
Sure.
One thing that I did here, and I don't remember if it was you, John, or somebody else told me, is when you're doing a Kickstarter, you get a Gemini mailer. Okay? And you put that book in there, and then any of your rewards should be able to fit into that Gemini mailer. Any of Anything else is just hair pulling.
Yeah. And actually, a peek behind the scenes, this is, if you do too many rewards, this is what you get to look forward to, having your office be a bunch of crap. But I do have the Gemini mailer that he's talking about. You can get these on Amazon or get them from Comics Wellspring. Is this
or
one
Gemini?
Is from, or from Gemini directly. They do discount codes and stuff. But yeah, it folds up.
I have a discount code.
You probably gotten these in the mail with the comic. It folds up nicely, secures the book, and then again, it's approximately, 9 by or 8 by 11, for a standard modern comic book.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to fit in there. This protects it. It protects the corners. This is the best way to ship a book, but they end up costing about 80 to 90 cents each, depending on if they're having a promo code. So that again, you put an extra $1 in your shipping price because you want to account for that. You don't, nothing's free in life, so you can't be. I've made that mistake too of undercharging $1 or $2 for shipping, trying to entice people, and then your costs end up going through the roof.
Also, don't. And then this is another thing too. Don't make the mistake of forgetting to buy them and then having to send stuff into bubble envelopes. I've done that before, and I mean, luckily nobody's stuff came damaged or anything like that because I had like double sealed and everything. But John messaged me and says, "I will kill you if you ever do this again." And I'm like, sorry.
I do it all the time. If I run out, it is what it is. I'll cut cardboard from another box and put smush it around it so that it's protected.
Yeah,
in there.
I'll do that too.
And those guys for those boxes, they're pretty good about turnaround. So if I wait to the end of my Kickstarter and I know I need to get 50 books into the mail, and then I order 50 books, it's not going to be 6 months before I get those things. They'll come, in a week and a half or whatever. Yeah.
I usually order currently for my Gemini mailers. I think I ordered 150. Mm-hmm. So in that way, I just have them for next time as well. Mm-hmm.
And then I don't have their biggest thing. They come in a weird thing, isn't it? 175 or something?
Yeah, it's like an odd number. So yeah, okay. But
I had a 20% off code or something, so I ordered a whole bunch too.
I have a 10% off.
I'm drowning in
code that I can use. Yeah. So if you need to use discount codes, and also too, if you decide to do stickers as well, I'm pretty sure John and I know some pretty good secret places.
Yeah.
So we can tell you.
Yeah.
That they're good. Because
Nice.
Yep. And again, additional costs. A lot of people like Chad are amazing, and they bag and board their comics. That's another cost you got to take into account. What those cost at the shop.
Yeah.
Some people are cheap like me, and they just put it in the Gemini just a poly bag. I feel like the Gemini keeps it pretty secured anyway. If it's going to get bent, a board's not going to help that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to be kind of a chibi person at this moment, but you can get bags and boards stupid cheap on Temu.
Yeah.
And they might be knockoff, but they do the same damn thing. You're doing it, you're not going to pay the 50, 60 or the 20, $30 at your comic book shop. You're just pay.
The last 100 pack I bought, I think, was $17.99 or something. Jesus.
But remember, mine's pretty thick, right? So bags and boards are really gonna.
Yeah. So for the trades, I used to still do the Golden Age bags for those because they're a little bigger.
Yeah.
They can go around it, and then if you have loose stuff, you can just throw it in there.
I tape it as well. For the trade paperback, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 of those boards and I'm just gonna squish them together, and then put the 2 boards. Or put the trade paperback in between the boards, and then I'm just gonna put tape.
Yeah.
Because either way, when you remove the tape, it's it's not gonna hurt it. It's a trade paperback.
Yeah.
So and packing tape is again not gonna hurt anything.
Yeah.
Actually, fun thing is I ran out of packing tape at one point packing somebody's, so I ended up using painter's tape and this alien tape.
And I think you painter's taped mine. It was blue and gray.
Did I? Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Well, yours I did. I think I did it just to be funny with yours. I think I used paint, but this one guy, I was like, oh shit, I ran out. Maybe it was you.
And if you do not know, you cannot use duct tape.
No, you can't. No,
the UPS will not take it.
No, they won't.
They think you've concealed something nefarious.
If you try to make a shank out of duct tape and then mail it, they won't let you. Jeffrey August says that's one hell of a giant duck behind John Westhoff. Oh yeah, the little StreamYard. We're
Oh,
keeping you,
I
okay?
forgot about that.
We don't have enough to pay for the StreamYard, okay?
They won't take the logo off when you're a cheapskate.
No, they won't. Truthfully, what I'm gonna try to do so that way we won't use StreamYard is I'll probably end up just loading everything into OBS, like all the stream key stuff, and then just allowing it to go out. Because I used to have that as well, so I'll probably just boot up the old
Dust it off,
IT
huh?
Chad. So eventually, not right this
All right.
second.
So you're all set up. You launch next week.
Yep, you
Oh,
launch
yeah.
next week.
You're on your own from here. See ya.
Baby little steps closer, right? Baby little steps closer.
Now you're ready for big steps. Set up those reward tiers. Then we'll make the body of your text. Throw some images on there. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect when you hit launch. You sometimes find out stuff after you hit launch.
Yeah.
Also, make sure too you take a shirtless picture of yourself and make a video of you rubbing your nipples. You'll sell out immediately.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Sell out.
Yeah.
Listen,
maybe
so,
20 years ago, somebody wanted to see it. I don't know who. But
Chad
no.
had people clamoring to his Kickstarter.
They did, yeah. I went up and I went.
He said, "The Kickstarter's slow. Time to bust out the big guns."
Bust out the cleavage.
Nice.
Actually,
And
people
then
were
right
backing it in hopes that he would take it down. They were like, "If we back it, he'll stop putting this stuff out."
And then they canceled, and I was pissed, and then I had to take it up, and they're like, you can't fool us. And I was like, damn it. Maybe maybe not to keep it down. But anyway, also cancellations is another thing too. And I'm looking at you 3 people that canceled.
Oh no.
So, I was so mad. Somebody backed the $200 one, and then they canceled it like right away.
Oh, I hate when they do that with like a one-off tier that like.
Yes, I was like, oh, why'd you do that? At least they canceled right away, and they didn't wait.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that too, because I'm like, why would you do that? And then it drops, and it's like, I think they need to I think they need like a waiver type thing for those, like the bigger tiers, like anything over $100. It's like, no, you're committed.
Yeah.
Like,
they need to be like Backer Kit and just charge them right away.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's such a good idea.
Stop holding my money.
Or Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Actually, I've had a problem with that. I backed a thing and I never got it from Indiegogo.
Oh no. Surprise.
Yeah.
So that's reward tiers in a nutshell. Hopefully people found this helpful. We're you people are not commenting. I see the people. There's literally dozens of views on YouTube, and you don't comment. Please comment. Let us know what you thought.
What about Substack?
Yeah, hi everybody.
Hi.
Yeah.
Substack.
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 After you close this, you'll be able to send it out as a post, and so you can get comments and hearts on there. So as soon as you close it, it'll download, and then it'll send it out, and then it'll give you those little clips that I was showing you guys last week, examples and stuff. You can throw those out.
Interesting.
Nice.
So then I just hit stop streaming, and I'll just stop.
That's it. Mine took a few seconds last time, but